The work from my lab over the last few years has challenged really the dominant long-standing model for how hunger is generated in the brain. So my lab tested that model by using a new approach to record for the first time the activity of the key neurons in the brain that generate hunger in a mouse, and also these same neurons are present in a human. And what we discovered was very surprising. We found that when a mouse simply looks at or smells food, these hunger neurons shut off almost instantaneously. And this discovery really sort of upends the standard view of how hunger is generated in the brain. And it raises a series of questions that my lab is now pursuing, in part through funding from my Pathway Accelerator Award, to understand the mechanisms of how it's possible that your brain can respond so quickly to the sight and smell of food, yet still drive you to eat. So I think the real advantage of the Pathway Award for our research is that it's allowed us to take risks and go in areas where the outcome is uncertain and where it would be more difficult to fund through traditional funding agencies. It's really the vision and support of the Mentor Advisory Group and the ADA more broadly that's supported this research that's allowed us to do some of these more high-risk experiments without worrying about a lack of funding. I think there's a misconception in the public about what sort of the origins of these diseases, and that leads to a sort of stigma associated with them that isn't associated with other diseases. So if you have cancer or Alzheimer's disease, no one would blame you for that. You'd be an object of sympathy, but if you have obesity or its consequences, this is commonly viewed as a disease of lack of willpower or some sort of personal moral failing. And the more we understand about the neural mechanisms that control food intake, the more we understand actually this is outside of the control of most individuals. And so by making those mechanisms concrete, we think we can maybe remove some of that stigma at the same time that we're trying to understand how to develop therapies to treat these conditions.